Hello there, friends and followers, channel members. Welcome aboard our Jetstar flight 459 service to Sydney today. We are flying in Australia. Welcome aboard, Rand Cooley. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard, Steve 1927. Welcome aboard, Boeing Corp. How are you doing, my friend from New Jersey? The weather is absolutely hot in Kuwait, but you know, we're kind of used to it. Scott, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. And thank you for all the channel members for your continued support and loyalty to the channel. Today, we're going to be flying based on popular request, the Fenix Airbus A320. And this is a real world route for the A320 from Ballina in Australia. And we're going to be heading to south of our location to Sydney. Should be an interesting flight. We're going to be cruising at 28,000 feet today, and the weather is pretty nice both at our departure and arrival airports. The Jetstar livery is one that I really like a lot. It's a budget airline in Australia, and this scenery is that of Orbex. So if you want the link to the airport, to the scenery, type in exclamation DEP for departure and exclamation ARR for arrival. So let's go ahead and get things started here. We are going to hop into the cockpit, and the beautiful Fenix cockpit again. Just really everything looks so well textured. The 3D modeling of the knobs, the switches, everything just looks fantastic on this aircraft. And by the way, I have this on the lower resolution, so you can actually get better resolution. But for streaming, I normally lower down the settings a little bit. We have Flight Hill. Hello, my friend from Schiphol. Welcome aboard, my friend. Alexander KR. Welcome aboard, my friend. And let's go ahead and get things started here. All right, so we're going to go to the electronic flight bag here, and we're going to use our thumb, and we're going to go to the Fenix. I love the you can see the thumbprints here on the iPad, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and import our SimBrief plan. It's going to give us, because I've changed the time, that's okay. So as you can see, this is our departure today. We are departing Ballina, Yankee Bravo November Alpha, to Sydney, Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee. This is a real-world Jetstar flight, 459. And now that we have this, we're going to go to the ground services. We have the GPU and the chocks already in place, and nothing we need to do here. We're going to go to the mass and balance. And as you can see today, we are planning 162 passengers. Excuse me. And in terms of cargo, about 3.8 tons of cargo, and let's see here, about 6,000 tons of 6.5 tons of fuel, kilos, that is, of course. We're going to say load the aircraft. We're going to use instant, just in the interest of time, and we have everything here set. We're going to also go to the flight plan, and we're going to load our flight plan. Of course, I do have it on the EvlaSoft, so I'm going to bring that over to you guys in a minute, and we're going to take a look at our departure and arrival into Sydney. But straightforward, as you can see, the cruise level is 28,000 feet today, and our flight plan is quite simple today. Right there, as you can see, we're going to be departing runway 06, direct to Bravo November Alpha VOR, and then direct to Banda, direct to Matla, direct to Bori, and then that is the star, the transition into our star, which is the Bori 3 Alpha for Sydney, runway 25, and that is an ILS runway. So everything is fine and dandy here, and we're going to go now and start configuring the aircraft. All right, let's go to the overhead panel now that we have the flight plan out of the way, and we're going to turn on battery 1 and battery 2. Love the sounds on this aircraft. They're very well made sounds. The Fenix is arguably the #1 add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I've gotten a lot of comments from people telling me what you need to switch PMDG and Fenix. Of course, I've discussed this in previous streams, why I have made the selection I've made. But I have one more thing actually that has influenced the decision. But let's go ahead and turn on the external power here, and cruise supply and ground control is on. And we can set the adheres to nav mode like so. We'll put this on STS, and there we go. All right. Moving down to the lights here, we can arm the emergency lights. Non-smoking signs and seatbelt signs can go on. We're going to go ahead and turn the nav lights as well, and we're going to turn on the fuel pumps right here. Perfect. Fuel pumps are all turned on, and we are good. Perfect. Captain Poland, welcome aboard, my friend. I'm glad that you are with us this evening, and we have Aspide from Italy. Welcome aboard, my friend. Beautiful country. All right. So everything's good here. We're going to set the altimeter by hitting the... there. Everything is set there. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's go to the Mokdu and set things up there. And we're going to go to the ATSU unit and AOC menu. And from here, we're going to go to Flight Init. And we're going to request the initial data request. Should populate all the information for us here. Flight number, departure, destination, all that good stuff. There we go. Jetstar 459. Departure from Ballina. Destination is Sydney. Alternate is Yankee Sierra Charlie Bravo. I don't know which airport is that. And our flight today is approximately 1 hour and 3 minutes. Let's head back here, and we're going to go to... Now, for some reason, I don't have there is no METAR for Ballina in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've tried all sorts of weather programs, but there is no METAR for this airport for some reason. Received messages. We don't have the load sheet yet, so we're going to go to the init page, and we're going to request the flight plan. It should just take a minute. There we go. Flight number today, we are JQ, or Quebec, Juliet, Quebec 459er. And we enter that here. The cost index for our flight is 5. And the cruise altitude is 28,000 feet. And we're going to go to IRS init. We're going to align on reference and confirm the alignment. Perfect. Now we can go back to the init page. We're going to go to the next page. And we need to grab the information from the electronic flight bag. So we're going to head back here and go to the mass and balance. There we go. And if we look here, we have 60.1 for zero fuel. So 60.1. And for the zero fuel center of gravity, 31.2. 31.2, and we enter that here. Block fuel today is 6.5. 6.5. Block fuel is set, and it should now do all the calculations there for us. All right, perfect. Now what we can do is we are going to go to the flight plan, and we're going to select the departure, the departing runway 06 today. There is no SID. We're going to insert that, and then we're going to select our arrival, and we are arriving today runway 25 or runway 25 ILS. So we're going to select that, and the star is the Board 3 Alpha star, and we're going to select that and insert, and we can clear this discontinuity here. There we go. Oops, what did I do? All right, I need to clear those. All right, so clear. Let's clear the disco and empty, and now we have our flight plan ready. We can preview our flight plan real quick here. It's doing some funny things here. Let's do that. All right, so it's going to do some funny circles here as we depart, and then it's going to be vector to final. I'll show you EVLASoft in just a second. I think it's easier for you to see what's going on with the flight plan. So we are going to go back to, there we go, here we go, and we can go ahead and start the APU. So I'll wait for the flap to open. Iris alignment in 3 minutes. All right, we can turn on. All right, so now let me bring up our friendly EVLASoft, and this is our departure. So the departure is out of Ballina, and this is our arrival into Sydney. So as you can see here, there is a vector to final, and we're going to go to the jellyfix in order to intercept the localizer for runway 25. We need to be at 3,000, so that's the approach altitude, initial approach altitude, or as it is called in the UK, platform altitude. We have with us Simbit World. Good evening, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much for being here. Aviaco Extreme, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Mertoya, welcome aboard, my friend. Thanks for being here with us and for your support. Jerry Jordan, thank you very much for being here with us tonight, and good evening to you, my friend. We have also with us today Abdullah Abbas. Welcome aboard, my friend. Good evening to you. Glad to have you on board. All right, so this is our flight today. We're going to switch this back to auto, and we are going to be taxiing out of our position to runway 06 here for departure. And we're going to put this away now. Perfect. All right, so now we can set the altitude. We're going to set the altitude to 28,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude today for the flight. 28,000 is set. Let's reduce the floodlights here. I think this is good. Yeah, that's perfectly good. All right, and we can start the APU bleed. And now we can dismiss the external power. Right, external power no longer needed. And we are on APU power now. We're going to switch this back to arc and wait for the alignment to complete. In the meantime, we're going to come here and turn on our transponder and make sure everything's good here. 2000 is fine, and floodlight is okay. We're going to lock the cockpit door. All right, perfect. And now we can come back here to the ground services, and we're going to make sure first the parking brake is set, which it is, and we can now dismiss the chocks and the GPU, and we are now ready for alignment and pushback. So now you can see it has drawn this funny departure out of Ballina, but that's all right. We should be able to manage that. And everything here is set. We're just waiting for, actually what we can do is we can turn on the beacon lights on, and we are ready for pushback and engine start. So let's do that. Simbit World has become a VVIP member here at the Q8 Pilot channel. Sir, I thank you very much for your kind support. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All right. So now we're good to go. I was actually fiddling around with Simbit World today. What a great program is Simbit World. The best, I think, for a pilot's career, kind of a, kind of an immersion. It gives you really the immersion of being a real world pilot. And it's a lot of fun. Really a fun add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, we're good to go. We are going to release the parking brake. Let's remove the, there we go. Set our view, release parking brake, and we are going to start the push. There is no tug, unfortunately, at this airport, so we're going to just have to do with a regular pushback here, as you can see. And let's go ahead and start the engine number 2. Engine number 2 is now starting. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And now engine number 2 is starting. Perfect. Duncan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. And thank you for your continued support. Are you playing on VATSIM? No, I'm not playing on VATSIM today. No. All right, let's stop that and stop the pushback. And now we can start the engine. No, not yet. All right, let's set the parking brake. Parking brake is set. And there's no tug, so we're good. We're just going to start, wait for engine number 2 to start. And then we can be on our way to the runway. Glad to have you with us this evening, Duncan. Thank you very much for your, again, support and loyalty. Appreciate it. All right. We have a good start on the engine number 2. So we're going to go ahead and start the engine number 1. Engine number 1 is now starting. Perfect. And we're going to set the auto brake to max. We're going to set the flaps to 1. Oh, by the way, we didn't do our performance page. So let's do that now, real quick. We're going to go to the performance page here. Now, the problem is we don't have the weather information, so I have to manually enter. So we can sync the load sheet. But if I click here, there is no weather information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rely on the weather that I have in... yeah, there's only the SimBrief plan that has the weather information. So here's what we'll do, guys, for the weather. We're going to go to the SimBrief plan. And if you scroll down... all the way down here. Yeah, even right here, we don't have the information. Ah, there we go. So, no, we don't actually... weather brief. There we go. That's the weather brief. All right, let's check it out here. And we should be able to have the weather at... all right, so here's the weather. 0715 knots. And the altimeter is 1020. All right, 0715 knots. All right, so 070 and 15 knots. The temperature, we'll just say it's 20. QNH is 1020. And now we can say calculate, and now it will calculate the performance data 129, 140, 140. All right, so 129, 129, and 140, 140. I think we have a good start on both engines. We're going to put this back to normal and turn off the APU bleed and APU master. All right, let's set things up here. We have 1 and flaps 1, that is, and the trim is 0.2 down. 0.2. Oh, hold on. All right, so that's set, and the flex temperature is, we can get it here, 56. And 56 is set. Perfect. Alrighty. Did not get to fly the Fenix. I'm really curious about it, how it compares to the FS Labs and so on. Simbit World, the Fenix A320, in my view, is better than the FS Labs in some respects. And in some respects, the FS Labs is better. But this is a very high quality add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It really is an incredible aircraft. It's very, very good. You will not be disappointed if you get it. All right, arm breeze speed brake, flaps is 1, set this to 0.2 down, and the trim is now set. Takeoff config is ready, so everything's good here. We're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights and taxi lights, and everything else is good. Perfect. All right, now we can actually head over to the runway, so we're going to release the parking brake, and let's go. By the way, I've set up some views for you guys here. Just look at that wing. Beautiful. By the way, let me see if I can... Alright. How about we turn on Tobii Eye Tracker today for maybe our departure and landing. Otherwise it gets too much. So for the departure and arrival into Sydney, I think we'll turn on Tobii Eye Tracker again for you guys to kind of get a feel for, you know, what is it like to, you know, have tracking device. Right, we are going to approach the runway here, so we're going to look right and left. We are clear, and let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights and strobe lights and nose light to takeoff. Perfect. And by the way, I do have FS Realistic also working there. So we've got all the add-ons today for this flight. All right, we're going to start the clock. All right, let's make sure TARA is set. There we go. Here's our turn. Now every time I'm going to look at chat, the window is going to Alright, here we go. Let me just reset the view real quick. There we go, a couple of times. All right, we are good. I think I need to reset it again. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold the brakes here, and we're going to go to 50%. Nice sounds. Stable. Released. And there we go. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gears going up. I'm just going to disable the device. Maybe we'll do it for landing. It's just kind of getting a little too much. Look at that beautiful view. Begin our turn. Thrust climb is set. And autopilot 1 is engaged. Mogo, hello my friend, welcome aboard. What kind of FPS I'm getting? Well, on the ground, here today, I was getting about 50 FPS, and it remains pretty much the same. So it fluctuates between 40, 50, and 60, something like that. Right, speed check, flaps up. You can see here is a funny looking white cloud there. All right, let me enable Tobii Eye Tracker real quick. And now we can do all sorts of nice things. Beautiful. Now we make our turn. All right, we continue our climb now to 28,000 feet. I'm pretty sure Track IR works with both sims and might be more stable, but your choice. I have Eye Tracker as I want it on the Beluga stream. But I'm really on the fence here. I'm not sure if I should buy the Eye Tracker or Track IR. Well, here's the thing. Track IR, in my view, is probably a better choice if you want to use it for, you know, more than just so if you're, for example, if you're doing truck simulator and you're doing other, it does work, by the way. Eye Tracker, or Tobii Eye Tracker, works with American Truck Simulator. There's a host of games that are supported, but X-Plane is not supported. So if you want to fly with X-Plane, I recommend that you get Track IR as opposed to Transition Altitude. Standard, set here, and here. Right, we continue our climb now. And 10,000 feet, we can kill the lights. And there we go, all is good there. So if you are really looking for something that supports X-Plane as well, then I highly recommend that you go for Track IR. Because it is currently not supported with the Tobii Eye Tracker. Guys, just look at the texturing here. The panel work is just phenomenal on this aircraft. Really brilliant. Very, very nice indeed. Do I have FS Realistic running? I don't know. Let's see here. If it's not, we'll turn it on, because we definitely, yeah, it wasn't connected. So now it's connected. And now you'll see the, you know, the effect here on the passenger window, things moving up and down. Because we don't want to miss the landing, the touchdown effect with FS Realistic and the Phoenix, without a doubt. Turn on the lights here. 13,000 feet. Continue our climb. Beautiful, beautiful scenery here of Australia. Look at that wing. Beautiful reflections. Just look at the details on the wing here. It's just really outstanding work by Fenix Simulations. Yeah, beautiful. All right. So here's one of the reasons why I have also selected we need to disarm the spoilers. And now we are good. Let's go ahead and release our passengers. There we go. And we'll check here. Right, everything, all systems are normal. Perfect. So one of the reasons why I have selected PMDG to be the #1 add-on is this. I mean, this is not the reason, but it is something that has influenced my decision to put it in the #1 position. As of today, we do not have any proper Boeing 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So PMDG has come up with the first high quality, high fidelity 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But if I look at the Fenix, and I look also that we have an alternative, so if you don't get the Fenix, you actually have a very high quality freeware add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the fly-by-wire Airbus A320neo. And that was part of the reason why I was influenced to pick PMDG as the #1 add-on, amongst other things which I have mentioned in previous streams. So, looks like we have a company message. I don't think we've accepted the load sheet, by the way. But we can come here to the McDo, and we can go to the AOC menu and receive messages. Yeah, it looks like we have the load sheet. We can just go ahead and accept it. That's fine. And return. We're going to go to performance. As you can see, we are climbing about 38 nautical miles before we reach our cruise altitude and level off at 28,000 feet. All is looking good. About 10 minutes into our flight now, and we're looking good. And by the way, folks, there will be another giveaway on Saturday. So there will be another copy of the, or not copy, but another Tobii Eye Tracker 5 given away on Saturday. And I'm thinking of flying out of, doing a kind of a Middle Eastern route on Saturday. I was thinking of doing Tel Aviv to Cairo. If that's something you guys would like, please let me know here in chat, or if you have a suggestion, then I'm more than happy to accommodate whatever you guys want. Of course, priority goes always to the channel members for selecting a route. My only ask is, when you select a route, is that it's not a very long flight. So normally hour and a half tops is is suitable for my preference. If it's slightly longer than that, that's okay, but I will not do really long flights. Not sure what's with the buffering today. There's a bit of buffering going on, at least on my end. I love the PMDG 737, but there are still things missing, but otherwise I do prefer the PMDG to the Fenix. I am the same, by the way. Maybe because I'm a Boeing guy, maybe because I like Boeing. I mean, I'm sure that that is a very the preference. Stream looks fine to me. Thank you, Duncan, for confirming. Yeah, I think I think we're influenced also by our own preference. So here's a look at the outside from the passenger window. Just really fabulous. There we go. I really love this view. Looking good. Jerry Jordan is same. I also love Boeing, but the 747 the most. Yeah, absolutely. 747 is a masterpiece of an aircraft. Let's do external view. Beautiful. It's really a fantastic looking aircraft. All right. Okay, so we are now, we've just leveled off at 28,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude today. And if we look here, we'll see that the top of descent is about in 200 nautical miles from now. So it should give us enough time to chit-chat a little bit about what's coming up on the Kuwait Pilot channel and, you know, what I plan on doing. So definitely I plan on doing some series, some scenery series for the nicest scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And by the way, I know that the content on the channel has been mainly MSFS lately, and that is of course influenced by the many number of add-ons that has come out. There is constant effort from developers updating their add-ons. I'd like to cite the Cessna 414 Chancellor by Fly Simware. Really, the latest changes have really made this aircraft one of the very best general aviation aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And the scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator is just outstanding. The airports are, wow, just really, really good. So I am going to be doing some series on the scenery where we, you know, either cinematic or, you know, some sort of... what I was actually thinking of doing a world tour in a cinematic fashion. That's what I'm thinking of doing, and that is coming on the channel very soon. I'm also planning a top 10 freeware airports for Microsoft Flight Simulator here on the channel, coming very soon. And of course, with all the live streams, almost all live streams now, we have giveaways. I might skip a couple, but then you can always count on having live streams here on the channel. And let's see, Michael Andretti, hello my friend, welcome aboard, glad to have you with us. So wobbly. Yeah, it's probably FS realistic, causing the G-forces there. We can reduce them, of course. You can always tweak the you can tweak them to your liking. Is there any book or tutorial to deeper learn 737-800? I want to learn why press this or that button switch. Thank you and have a nice flight. Well, there is obviously, as Rand has suggested, there is a lot of search on YouTube, but there is a very good manual, not for the 800, but for the 737-400 by Captain Mike Ray. And it is an invaluable documentation of how the 737 actually works. Now, there is, of course, a little bit of difference between the 800 and the 400. Of course, there's many generation of aircraft that has come. But Captain Mike Ray is a real-world retired pilot, and he has some excellent documentation, a pilot handbook with... they're all very visual, and there's a lot of illustration, lots of tips, and they tell you exactly, you know, why to do one thing and the other, all the checks, all the tests that you need to perform, and why you need to perform them. And it's got also normal and non-normal procedures. So I really Shadow Soldier Gaming, when this plane will land. Well, The plane is going to land in approximately, let's see here, 17 minutes. So we've got about another 40 minutes or so. Spot on, Duncan. Yeah. So just look for Captain Ray 737 manual. You should be able to find it on YouTube. I've made a video actually on Captain Ray's documentation. All right, let's go ahead and head over to. Let's take a look at the. Look at that. The Jetstar cabin has been modeled with nice colors. Yeah, I really like this. I really like this livery. Looks really nice. And we can just come and look out the window here. Look at those leather seats. Wow, really the texturing is really good on this aircraft. In some areas, I think it even is better than the PMDG. So definitely the passenger cabin is done quite nicely. Better than PMDG in my view. Alright, we are back here at the captain's seat. All's looking good. 40 minutes to land. Yep. Sammy Tech Cookie, welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you for your support to the channel. Let's take a look here at cruise. So top of descent is in about 170 nautical miles. We are doing just great. All's looking good. And we have a new subscriber to the Q8 Pilot channel. I want to welcome Marcus Ayala. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you. And also I want to welcome aboard 234 Mira has subscribed to the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you as a member of the growing Q8 Pilot family. Yasmin, hello. Guys, Yasmin is my daughter, and she's currently in Switzerland. Which aircraft is this? Sweetheart, this is the Airbus A320, which is similar to the aircraft that you guys flew today from Edinburgh to Switzerland. So this is the Fenix Airbus A320. Guys, say hello to Yasmin. And thanks for joining, Yasmin. I appreciate it. Tell Mom, Ali, and Dana I said hello. I miss you guys. And I know of these Boeing, Trans World Airlines 800, Japan Airlines, Air India, United Airlines, China Airlines, UPS, Philippines, Pan Am, KLM, National Airlines, and Singapore. Oh, wow. That's good to know. Keep in mind that the PMDG 737 is still a pre-release version. They are assessing the sim capabilities before going full thrust with all features and stuff. Hey, and we have Dana. Dana just joined. Dana is my other daughter, so she's the youngest of the three. Hi, Dana, how are you? Glad you made it here on stream. So I've got both of my daughters on stream this evening. Hello and welcome aboard. Dawar Khan, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you. That's a real treat having, both my daughters with me here on stream this evening. So thank you, girls, for coming on board and supporting Dad. Yeah, Rand, that's right. Mr. Martini, family stream. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, speaking of family streams, here's a thing. On the other stream the other day, I was talking about my good old friend Thomas Rasmussen, and one of you guys, I can't recall who, actually went and dug through, and he actually found him. And he came in late to the stream, but just in time to hear your daughters. Hope they hit the like button for Daddy. And hello, everyone. Welcome aboard, Elaine. Glad to have you with us. And yeah, I do hope Dan and Yasmin would... Thank you, Simbit World. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much. Thomas actually did not quit YouTube. He just quit flight simulation, and he is now creating gaming videos with his daughters, which is so cool. I went to his channel and I dropped him a message, and he's just a gem of a person. And yeah, I mean, of course I don't understand Danish, so all the videos are in Danish, but it was just really comforting to hear his voice. And he's really having a lot of fun with his daughters creating YouTube content. You are a dad? Wow, thought you were a teen by your voice. Really? Dewar, I am 47 years of age, and I have four children, 3 girls and 1 boy. So I'm definitely not a teen. I only wish. I thought he was like 30. Age is a number. It's you know, it's whatever you feel, my friend. My dad is going to turn 80 on July 5th, and he still feels very young. So it's whatever you feel in the heart is really what your real age is. Leonardo Boz, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Hopefully one of us becomes a future pilot and becomes Q8 pilot Junior Ali. Yeah. Thanks, Yasmin. And you know, you guys, I think you and Donna, you need to instill that in his little brain, you know, to become a pilot. So, yeah, encourage him. 1974 was a good year indeed. Definitely, definitely. Rand, Yasmin wants to become a doctor, a medical doctor, following the footsteps of her mom. It's pronounced Ballina. Oh, is it? Mike Morgan, thank you very much for correcting me. Badger, welcome aboard. I'm 50... halfway there. I wanted to become a pilot, but then I thought about being an aeronautical engineer. That's not a bad choice. Yeah. Ballina. Is it Ballina? Or Ballina? Which one? I don't think she's decided yet, Rand, but she's on stream. She can let us know. Yeah. All right, let's check our flight plan. We are 130 nautical miles from top of descent. We're doing great so far. All's looking good. And here's a look at the wing view here. And by the way, if you guys want me to change the time, I'll be more than happy to change the time. But I think it's nice to approach Sydney during nighttime. But if you guys want to, you know, feel differently, that's perfectly okay. We can definitely do that. And we're going to turn the Tobii eye tracker, I think, for landing today. Yeah. Yeti's Gemma, aircraft mechanical system. Hey, David, welcome aboard. I'm from Westport. Welcome aboard, my friend. I'm currently studying to become a pilot. It's rough here in Iceland due to weather, so we don't get a lot of hours in, but I'm only 20, so I have plenty of time. Well, yeah, definitely. All right, Donna, take care. Enjoy the night, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Good night, sweetheart. Leonardo from Brazil, welcome aboard, my friend. 27 minutes into the flight, and you can see ILS is already appearing here, ILS 25, runway 25, where we are going to depart. And by the way, we have a company message, so let's very quickly check that out. We're going to come here to the Mokdu menu, and ATSU, and AOC menu, received messages, and JSTOPs. Let's see here. Says ADC delay, send ADC for 705 minutes, see ADC delay card on company tablet, and allocate as per OM 2.43 and assign free text if applicable. So what this is telling us is because of the time differences between the sim time and the actual time planned for the flight. And if you go to the flight to the tab here, so if we go to the tab, you click down here, you'll see the delay allocation card. So I'm going to click it, and now you will have all the information related to the delay. So ATC delay says ATC startup delay, en route slot delay, all kinds of delays today. Departure runway change, that is not really. But you have all of the everything, you know, system reset, status message, new defect, simulator start, all of the things that have caused delays during the flight. Really, I love this electronic flight bag. It's really good. Arrival preference here, we can do it, and we can say refresh the METAR, apply METAR here, so you have all the information there, and you can select all this information here, and it will give you exactly the landing performance. I've done it in one of my streams, but we're not going to bother today. We're just going to do it. We'll kind of, you know, we'll just use the MCDU to program the aircraft for arrival. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to start setting up the aircraft for our arrival. So what we need is the weather information. And let's see here. We want Sydney. And this is Sydney, as you can see here. This is our destination, Kingsford Smith International Airport. The current wind is 310 8 knots. So we're going to come here and we are going to set that. All right, so 310 and 8 knots. Stick that in the box here. And the current temperature is, if you look here, is 10 Celsius. Ooh, it's kind of cool there. All right, 10 Celsius is now set. And the QNH at Sydney is 1019er. So 1019er. And set. Excellent. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. The app is set 250 for the radio. There we go, and we are set. All destination information has been entered. Back to the flight plan and reset back to the cockpit view. You can see now the lighting inside the cockpit is done quite well in the Fenix. It's quite nice. You can see here the overhead panel. Very nice indeed. The night lighting is done quite well in this aircraft. And we can turn on the lights on the other side here as well. And I believe we can turn on the map lights as well. Is this on? There we go. We have now the map lights here. And we'll do the same on the first officer's side. So we're going to turn on the light there. And now we have the lights there. Perfect. We're in for an interesting approach into Sydney. And if we look now at performance here, 84 just in time. Normally what you need to configure about 90 nautical miles. Thanks for the stream. Have a good evening. Bye bye guys. Simbit World, thank you very much for checking in and tuning in this evening. Thank you very much for becoming a member and for your support for the Q8 Pilot channel. Appreciate it, my friend. And hopefully we'll do a stream with Simbit World in the coming days. Have a good evening. Steve, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Busy with daughter's birthday today. Have a great flight. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to your daughter. Family comes first. Please spend the time with her, and I hope she receives a lot of gifts and lots of love from mom and dad. Have a good evening, my friend. Can I suggest next stream flight routes? Go ahead, Dewar. If it's something I can do and I have the scenery for it, then absolutely. Please go ahead and make the suggestion, though. Right, we're not too far now from top of descent. And we should begin our descent momentarily. 87 nautical miles, a few minutes from now. And we will begin the descent. By the way, we can have the terrain on ND. We don't need it right now because it's pretty much flat land here. There are a few mountains, not too high. But, you know, you can just, if you want to see, that's how it looks like. So, but it just kind of clutters the display. So I normally only turn it on if I am approaching a mountainous area. Then I have it definitely turned on so that I can see what's going on. Have you got the steering for London? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Okay, a bit more. Sorry, I just love airplane. Okay, Lufthansa, Qantas. Yep. I don't think I have it for that airport, Captain Poland. And by the way, I'm waiting to hear your comments on the Tobii Eye Tracker. So once you set it up, do let me know what you think of it. And maybe you can share your experience also with the channel members here. Right, let's see if we can bring... Ah, all right, we have it. So let's go ahead and tune into Brisbane Central. All right. Brisbane Central is now playing through the aircraft radio. We're looking good. By the way, one of the things I really like also is the integration with Navigraph. So I say proceed. And now we will have the Navigraph data there. Let's see here. There we go. So now we can go to Navigraph, full integration again with the route import, confirm. All right, so we confirm. So that's another thing I like about the Fenix is how they've integrated so well with Navigraph. Of course, this is the latest cycle, and this is our route. So if I click here, you get the full route on the map. As you can see, this is us right there. We can zoom in a little bit. There we go. So that's us right there, and that's Sydney, where we're heading right now. Beautiful integration of Navigraph into the Fenix. Wellison Oliveira just donated 10, is it rupees? Thank you so much, sir, for your kindness and for your generosity. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Appreciate it. So definitely, you can, by the way, sync the route from SimBrief, which we've already done. And now we have all the charts for the airport. So this is where we departed earlier, and you have all the charts. You have the ground charts, you have the approach chart. We can click here, and you get everything here on this side. Look at that. You can click here for night charts as well. There we go. So this is for night and day. All the possible integrations, they have really immaculately integrated with Navigraph. And again, this is Sydney. As you can see, we have all the reference documents, ground charts, departure, arrival. And this is, for example, the arrival. This is the Bori 3 Alpha, where this is our star into Sydney. And this is our star here. This is runway 25. And of course, we can go to the approach, and we can take a look at the approach chart as well for runway 25. Come on. All right. So this is ILS, let's see here, 16 and 25. There we go. And now we can see the approach chart for runway 25, and you can see this is the jelly. This is where we're gonna transition into at 3,000 feet to intercept the localizer. So really, really very, very, very well made add-on, very well thought of. Integration is beautiful with the third-party add-ons. Unfortunately, it does not work with the pushback, toolbar pushback. But other than that, just really great add-on. Works very, very well with Navigraph, SimBrief, just about everything you need to run a successful flight, whether you are, an experienced flight simmer or you are, just a casual simmer who wants to have fun. You can definitely, the Fenix A320 will definitely meet your expectations. My favorite airline before it went bust, yeah. So all is looking good. And do you think you could fly from Warsaw if the scenery is free MSA with Wizz Air to a destination of your own? We can definitely plan that. Not an issue. I have a lot of real-world routes that I'm planning. And today I got the airports for a couple of airports. One is Ben Gurion in Tel Aviv, and it's a really nice airport. Arguably, it's it is the most secure airport in the world. Built originally in the 1930s, it had very small runways, but then it was revamped with the many type of aircraft landing at Tel Aviv. It was revamped, and the whole airport has been rebuilt. The rendition in I think you missed my message. Yes, I might have missed your message. Let me see here. You do a flight from VISR to VOM situated in India. That would be awesome while you pass the snowy mountains. Sure. If that if that is a short route, then let me just copy that. All right. I'm going to copy this. And if it's something if it's a short route, then I will find the scenery for it, and maybe I will do it. Oops, I just opened my notepad to put the flight plan route there. All right, so I have it there. I will consider it for sure. And do you know how to recover a stall? Yeah, I mean, from the Airbus, you should be able to do that. Yeah. Normally with the aircraft, recovering from a stall is really, you need to pitch down and give it full power, allow the aircraft to accelerate, and then you push back again on the stick, and then the aircraft should recover from the stall. That's normally how it's done. Casper, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Have you seen the Flight Sim Expo interview with Laminar Research and Orbix about X-Plane 12 features and scenery? Looks possible as release stream. I haven't heard, no. I have not seen it. Wow. I'm actually, I'll be very happy to see X-Plane release. Brandon, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Alright, so we are now approaching the top of descent, as you can see here. We are all configured for our approach into Sydney. So all's looking good. And by the way, our flight path will pass right by the Opera House, the very famous Opera House in Sydney. Hopefully we'll be able to spot it. If the weather conditions are right, then we should be able to spot it as we come into land. Just right before we make the turn, actually, to intercept the localizer, the Opera House will be to our right. So I think, and we will be at 3,000 feet then, so I think we should be able to spot it. It's scheduled July 16. Oh, that's cool. Mohammed El Nibras, hello, Captain. Hello to you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. I share the same thought with you, Captain Poland. I really can't wait for X-Plane 12. And I recently streamed the Tollus A340, and it looks like a lot of folks are very upset about the textures of the aircraft. I thought they were, yeah, they're not up to the mark. I like them better than the previous version, though. So it's a notch up for me from the previous version, but it doesn't seem like the aircraft was well received for some reason. I haven't seen much streams of it either. I think everybody is doing Microsoft Flight Simulator these days. Casper, thank you very much for letting me know. I will look it up, definitely, and that's something I really want to watch, for sure. Have you flown to Lima Romeo Oscar Papa? I think I have, Sammy, a long time ago. But yeah, I'm willing to do any flight routes that you guys like, of course. And as a channel member, of course, you get priority for selecting and suggesting the routes. So yeah, absolutely. Just let me know what you have in mind. Yes, the Tollus A340 exterior textures have improved, without a doubt, and they fixed a lot of things on the fuselage as well. Personally, I love flying the plane. It is a very complex aircraft, definitely study level aircraft. The Tollus A340. All right, let's take a look at the outside, guys. Just beautiful. Now you can really see the night lighting in the cockpit here. Let me reduce the range to 40 nautical miles. As you can see, this is the top descent, so we're going to go ahead and reduce or reset the MCP altitude to 3,000 feet, which is our approach, initial approach altitude into Sydney. And yeah, we arrived during nighttime into Sydney today, which should be interesting. Hopefully the weather is nice so we can see the Opera House and the nice buildings to our right as we approach the turn to intercept ILS runway 25. Can you do a future flight with MSFS default ATC? Absolutely, Boeing Corp. Yeah, absolutely. How far Tollus to catch up textures exterior-wise compared to the Fenix? Oh, they're far away from catching up with Fenix, I think. That's my personal view. I'm just saying I really love your channel and live streams. You deserve millions of subs. Oh, thank you very much, Jerry. That's really very kind of you to say. You just really made my day. I really appreciate that. That's a very kind comment. I'm really most humbled. Mohammed says, I'm waiting you to compare MSFS to XP12. Gonna be crazy when XP12 releases. I'll tell you, I am actually, that is one of the first things I'll probably do once X-Plane 12 releases, is I'm gonna do a video probably or live stream of X-Plane 12, and then I'm gonna put those two sims head to head and compare them from all aspects, similar to what I've done to P3D and X-Plane. So that's something I definitely plan on doing. If you need a fun short flight in the future, BIRK to BIKF to BIAR. All right, let me copy that, Duncan. All right, I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna add it to the list of suggested routes here. And by the way, guys, you can always suggest your flights on my Discord. So if you're not currently part of the Discord channel, please go ahead and join my Discord. We're all right. Top of descent, and we are going to. There we go. Nav descent. Right at the top of descent mark, as you can see. And we are now descending towards Sydney. And if we look here, you can see we are top descent, and we have about 36 nautical miles. Yeah, I think we should be fine. And you'll see that the aircraft, by the way, the LNAV and VNAV in this aircraft is done very, very well. Spot on, really. Again, beautiful night lighting in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And as you approach the ground, it looks even better. Alright, we have now begun our descent. We should arrive into our destination shortly. Again, I love the emissive lighting in the Airbus cockpit. Looks very, very good. And wanted to let you know that the route I said is like 4 hours with one stop. So you can do VSR. Okay, well, I'll consider it for sure. Where do you live? I live in Denmark, but I'm from Bulgaria. I live in Kuwait. Yeah, definitely, Rand. The lighting is pretty cool. Beautiful sky colors there. And we are now at 25,000 for 3,000. See the lights here inside the... So this is the light here, just so you see the difference. Nice sounds. Just everything's so well done in this aircraft. Some external views there for you guys. No one is talking about improved X-Plane 12 flight model. Of course, graphic update is most important, but I think the flight model improvements will change the flying experience big time. Yes, Casper, there are significant changes in the flight model, and I think Austin Myers he's just really a genius, really. And he's, of course, a real-world pilot. He flies planes all the time. And every time he actually, you know, he gets an idea, he gives it back to his developers, and they actually make it work in the sim, which is cool. And it's really exciting times for all of us in the flight sim hobby. Boeing Corp, the lights, of course, this is the link to what I use for X-Plane 11, but for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm not using any mods. That's the default lights in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nice, nice sky colors there, and nice lighting. What do you guys think? Do you want me to enable Tobii Eye Tracker for the landing? I could, by the way, mess the landing up if I turn to Tobii Eye Tracker. But if you guys absolutely want me to do that, then definitely, you know, maybe you want to assess how it actually works, then I'm more than happy to do that. Shadow Soldier Gaming, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. I'm 9 days away from 2-year membership. Hard to believe. Oh, Rand, you've been with me from, you know, I remember, I think probably I had 500 subs, and you've been with me for a very long time. And for all of, you know, those of you who've been with me for a long time and who've supported me over the years, I am indebted to you guys. I owe you all for really making it worthwhile for me creating content here on YouTube. I am very thankful for all the friendships, for all the interaction that I have with you guys. You have really brought in a lot of joy to my life, all of you, and those are those who just are very special people now in my life, and you guys are very special people in my life, and you make it worthwhile for me. So thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Rand, I know that you were looking at the Velocity Excel by Just Flight or by Black Square. Did you actually end up purchasing the aircraft? If you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the aircraft. Alright, we're coming 17,000 or 3,000. We're approaching, so you can see almost the city lights right over there. And that's basically Sydney right there to our left. Glad and sweet to hear. Glad you came back after a break. Yeah. Thank you very much, MC Crewfish. Appreciate it. Oh, perfect. All right. Thanks, friend. Thinking about improve X-Plane 11 experience, which plugins are must-have and which are good to have? Thanks again. Well, I think XP Realistic is one that you should have. It's a must-have in my view. The SFD Global is definitely a must-have because it really revamps all your textures, and you don't really need much. I mean, if you get Orbex scenery, Orthos, of course, is something. It's a freeware, and it really makes X-Plane look great. XP Realistic version 2. But again, by the way, I'm just telling you what I'm using right now, but I don't recommend that you make a purchase right now because I cannot confirm whether they're going to work in X-Plane 12. So just hold on, you know, making any investment right now in any add-ons for X-Plane 11. It's going to be gone very soon, and X-Plane 12 will replace it. So I don't recommend that you spend any money there. I like the Wizz Air livery. It's a beautiful livery. Hello, Sydney. And as you can see now, we are approaching our destination. We are not too far. And if I actually, let me show you guys here. So this is actually where we need to intercept. So right after all builds, what we will do is we will go direct to this fix, the Chile, I believe, Chile. And we are right on time, 56 minutes. So the actual flight time is 1 hour and 9 minutes. So I think we should be there very, very soon. 13,000 feet. We're doing good. All right. And let's see here. Let's see if I can grab Sydney. All right, Sydney approach. And Sydney Tower. Let's tune into Sydney Tower.
2726 Delta, runway 01 right, quick.
All right, we're looking good, folks. I flew this route yesterday. Oh, how cool! That's really cool.
Velocity 2973, make departure.
I think it's a lot more fun when you fly an actual real world route. I think it's just, you know, for me, it's more immersive that you fly an actual route in real life. Right, we're getting there now. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, folks, as you can see, we are approaching our destination. So I'm going to click here on the speed, and we are going to reduce our speed to 210 knots, actually 205. And I'm going to extend the speed brakes to expedite. Let's make it 210. 214, that's fine. We'll leave it right on the green dot. Alright. Speed brake is disarmed. And we are approaching 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Nose light to takeoff, runway turn-off lights, and wing lights. We're going to also turn the seatbelt signs and non-smoking signs back on again. I think we can reduce this a little bit here. That's better. Much better. There we go. And bear reference 1019, exactly as the SimBrief plan has told us. Looking good. Just look at that, beautiful. Alright, now as soon as we pass this waypoint here, so let me just zoom in here to show you guys. See this here? Once we pass here, we're going to fly direct to the waypoint here, which is the final fix. We're doing okay in terms of altitude. Looking good. That's the runway, by the way. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to come to the direct. We're going to select Chile and insert. And now, as you can see, we're making the turn towards, that's the Sydney, that's the airport. And now we're making the turn in order to intercept the localizer for runway 25, which is on the other side of the airport. We're still doing okay in terms of our time here, alright. By the way, here's we can activate the approach phase. I think we can activate it somewhere there. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing system on both sides. And I'm going to reduce our speed now to 180 knots. Actually, 190 is good. Let's go ahead and extend the speed brakes.
C375, runway 01 right.
Speed check, flaps 1. still doing okay.
Velocity 375, make departure.
Speed brake is armed. By the way, that's the Opera House right there. What a beautiful looking city here.
Velocity 954, clear to takeoff.
Alright, let's go ahead and activate the approach. 37. Wow, just look at that. Look at the night lighting in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's just really great. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the approach. Confirm. We're going to set the auto brake to medium. Arm the speed brakes.
623.01 right, clear for takeoff.
And notify cabin crew. We're a little bit too high, but I think that should be adjusted momentarily. Let's go ahead and hit the approach button. I'm going to go ahead and lower the landing gear.
Killing 366 Delta, sign heading left 350 at Alpha 7.
And you know what, guys? Let's come to our friendly flight control replay. Right, recording. Perfect. Speed check. Flaps 2. We can go to manage speed again.
Clear to land.
Clear land, QZ 1781.
I think we're a bit too high. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. Alright, here we go. We can do this. I think we came in a little too high.
Delta connect departures.
And speed check. Flaps 3.
2,500.
Speed check. Flaps full.
Warhorse 243, track site 7172, mile final, runway 01 right.
Traffic inside was.
Warhorse 243, track the path behind that aircraft and once east of runway 01 right, remain east at all times and clear to land at Hotel 2.
Roger, track behind the 717, remaining east of runway 01 right, all time until Hotel 2. Warhorse 243.
Figures 314, wind 070 degrees, 11 knots, runway 01 right, clear to land.
Just look at all those beautiful lights.
At 70 1792, connect the pad.
Pad 1792.
500.
The 7 line up runway 01 right.
100 above. Minimum. $100.
Flight slow.
533, clear
40,
takeoff.
30, 20. Retard. Ten. 5.
And welcome to Sydney, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I don't have the landing rate, so you guys should have got it. Oh, 145, that's pretty good. What a beautiful scenery here of Sydney.
Fenix 516 Delta, clear for takeoff.
And by the way, with flight control replay, we can always change the time of day. So we can change the time of day to see the landing a little better.
Good day, 1049. Ground today, Cathay 146. Cathay 146, ground taxi by Charlie 2, Bay 4.
Very easy on the frames as well. Sydney, this is, by the way, Fly Tampa, Sydney. Very, very easy on the frames.
Grand Butters 950 Bay 1 Echo, receipt of Delta, request taxi, Bravo 2,
And welcome to Sydney.
Via Delta, Golf 3.
Beautiful flight.
Point Bravo 2.
taxi via Delta, Golf 3, holding point Bravo 2.
All right. That's probably the international terminal, yeah. Let's set the parking brake. All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to leave this everything as it is. We're going to change the time for the flight. First let me stop the flight control replay. All right, so we're going to stop that. And let's go ahead and say load. And we're going to select our Airbus A320. Where is it? Airbus A320. All right, so it's loading. We're going to say add. And let's go ahead and change the time. Here, how's that?
Course 923, I'm going to get made about 1 minute, just waiting for a QJ aircraft to taxi.
Don't you love the fact that you can do this? Yeah. Oh, just look at that. Beautiful. let's head over here to the airport. And this is the... Alright, so we're going to come and set up over here. And that's us right there. There you go, let's take a look here. Maybe we can... Just look at that. That wasn't bad, huh? Alright, we can always bring this back. Brilliant. Love the wing flex there. Alright, here, let's do it one more time. This time we're going to do a wing view. Alright, we'll do... How about this view there? There we go. Look at the city there. Beautiful.
Good afternoon, AT3.
Beautiful. Very nice. And by the way, FS realistic with the, you know, with the vibrations there, it looks really, really nice. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream this evening. I definitely enjoyed streaming it for you guys. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Mogo Mogo. Sander, hello, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Glad you like it. Yeah, definitely. The lighting in Microsoft Flight Simulator is top-notch. Well, folks, we have made it safely here into Sydney in Australia, and I hope that you guys have had fun watching this stream. By the way, just so that you guys see here what's going on, this is Evlasoft, and as we arrive into Sydney, we'll automatically zoom into the airport, and it shows exactly where the aircraft is and what we're doing, and this is the spot that we went to park the aircraft. So yeah, so this is pretty much what I wanted to show you in this live stream. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I be sure to tune in on Saturday, another giveaway of the second Tobii eye tracker device will be given during that stream. So be sure to tune in and tell your friends that you know a giveaway is being hosted on the Q8 Pilot channel for the Tobii Eye Tracker 5 device. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.